What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler. I hope you all are staying safe, and I'm still trying to bring you guys the most consistent and normal content possible just so you guys have something to watch and take your mind off of things. But even though this is technically regular content, it's not really regular content because I got the second sample of my shoe in and I'm really excited. Well, actually, to be honest, it's the third sample. The second sample we never actually shipped over just because it didn't really turn out the way that we wanted to, and so we moved on to the third sample, and thank goodness FedEx is still shipping because I was able to get it in. First of all, huge thank you to We Are Underdogs and Paolo for making this project possible at all. This is truly a dream come true, and I really can't thank you enough. And I also want to give a huge thank you to the factory over in Portugal, both Itaflex and the factory making these samples and all the previous samples, because usually when you make something, it's kind of just a business transaction, but in this case, I've got to meet the people who work there, I've got to experience what it's like to actually be in their factory, and they truly are going out of their way to make this project possible. So huge thank you to them. It was an absolute pleasure working with you guys, and I hope to continue working with you guys in the future. Now, like I said, this is the third sample of my collaboration sneaker with We Are Underdogs, which is based in Portugal. It's this awesome small sneaker company that's kind of a passion project for Paolo, and they give people like myself the opportunity to create something, a sneaker, which I wouldn't usually be able to create because I don't have the capital, I don't have the know-how or the access to factories. So huge thank you to them. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I can't wait to open this box up and see it. But before we actually get a chance to look at this sneaker, I want to show you guys what the first sample looked like, just so you know where we came from, and you can sort of see how much better this new sample is going to look. So this is the very first sample of my shoe, the We Are Underdogs Origin, and as you can see, it's a little rough. It needs some work, and it's not exactly the same as the original sketch which I sent out. I don't know if you guys caught the video or not, the video where I'm actually in Portugal making this sneaker, but you guys should definitely check it out. There'll be a link at the top of the screen. Seriously, it shows you the entire process of how a sneaker is made in a real sneaker factory. It's unbelievable, honestly, and it's not because I made an awesome video, because it's not filmed that well, but it really is incredible to see the process of how sneakers are made, and if you're a sneakerhead at all or you're interested in making shoes, definitely check it out so you get some insight into how much work actually goes into these. The video, of course, will also be linked in the description below, so again, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But this is the rough first pullover or first sample. It's really just kind of a proof of concept to get the general idea of how the sneaker will look. It's not really what I wanted, to be fair, and that's because there are just so many things that we had to change. The first is obviously cutting this blue area down here just a little bit lower, because in the original sketch, as you guys can see, it's a much lower detail, and on this sample it's super high. I just feel like it's too big and too overbearing. There are a couple other changes that me and the pattern maker wanted to make, like extending the tongue, adding some more padding, tacking on this pull tab to the tongue so it doesn't keep flopping over. I actually taped it so it stays up on the sample, but it originally did flop over a bunch. There were also some smaller changes, like lowering this heel area, trying white laces because a few people didn't like the coral laces, and while I still love the way that the coral laces look, we are actually going to include white laces with the sneakers, so whether you want to go with the coral look or the white look, you have that option. In fact, I did actually take some white laces and lace them into the other side of the first sample, just to give you guys an idea of how it looked. I also tried lacing them over the pull tab because that's something that some people didn't like, and while I understand that you wouldn't like that, they're laces, so you can easily change it out yourself. So I'm not too worried about how it looks, because if you don't like the way it looks, just don't lace it underneath the pull tab. And that's honestly how I'm gonna wear my pair, because I think it looks better going over the pull tab, but that's not something that you can't change on your own. It's not like the whole side panel of the shoe needs to be lowered. It's a very easy change. So I tried it on this. I also tried lacing it underneath this outer panel, just to kind of give it a more loose and worn-in look. Don't know how I feel about that. It almost makes this panel irrelevant, and I don't know if I like that or not, so I'll try it, I'll see what happens. I think overall the white laces really do make a difference, and I think either look really is unique and gives people some options. But now, actually getting to the third sample, which I have not seen in person yet. I've seen some pictures that Paolo sent over, but this is it, man. This is actually the final sample, I believe. If everything looks right, this might be the final one. So this might be actually what the shoe looks like, which is kind of crazy. Now, to give you guys an explanation as to why there's no second sample, basically the second sample looked like this. And I wasn't a huge fan of that, and I don't think Paulo or the people at the factory were either. And the reason the leather is so much darker is because they applied some coating to try and dull down the finish on the leather to make it less glossy, and that finish actually made it very dark blue, and we thought that it would dry and not look like that anymore, but it didn't. So it just didn't look right. So what we ended up doing was kind of scrapping that sample, and we actually found a leather which is much, much closer to the color in the original sketch to put on this third sample. So it looks like the color of the shoe is changing ever so slightly, but for the better, which I'm super excited about. So without further ado, we got Scary Knife, we got the box. Let's crack this guy open and see how it looks. I'm beyond excited for this shoe. Always cut away. Even if it's easier to cut towards you, always cut away. There was like a tag on the top of the box which wouldn't let me cut it easily, so that's the reason. And also, Scary Knife sucks. Inside the first box, we've got our We Are Underdogs box, and it looks like I actually cut off the side of the... Oh man, I suck at cutting boxes. So let's pop out the We Are Underdogs box and see the shoe. I am beyond excited for this sample. I cannot wait. I'm so hyped. So here we go. Moment of truth. Well, that was anticlimactic. I didn't know there was going to be paper on top, but that color is so much better. Hold up. They nailed it. Holy crap. They nailed it. They nailed it. This sample, this is it. This is it. This is the one. I can't believe how good that looks. Check this out. Let me get that obligatory thumbnail really quick. God, that's so cringy. Every time I do that, I hate myself for doing that. This is the one. This is so crazy. So this is the third and will be the final sample, if I approve it, of the We Are Underdogs Seth Fowler Origin. And this shoe looks, I mean, it looks amazing. It's night and day between the, you know what, let me grab the first sample. Night and day, honestly. Not just the actual cut of the leather, but also the overall shape of the shoe. It's much more streamlined, it's a bit more stretched out in the toe. Everything about it is so much better. Wow. So the first change that we're going to talk about is probably one of the most obvious, and that is the actual color and the leather quality itself. So the original blue leather on this shoe was much darker, and it was actually a liner leather, which means it's very thin and usually used on the lining of shoes. And originally we thought this was the only option we had, so this is what we used. And we were also going to add backing to this leather to not make it as wrinkly, because right now it's so soft that it just wrinkles so easily. But what we were able to do was actually find some even better leather, which wasn't backing leather, which was actually outside shoe leather, if you want to call it that, in a much closer color to the sketch. It's beautifully tumbled, it's naturally tumbled, and it just looks incredible. And actually, small detail, the stitching is a slightly lighter shade of blue, so it sticks out a little bit more, whereas in the original sample, it was the exact same shade of blue, and it kind of sunk into the shoe. But I think the stitching, which is sort of accenting the leather, looks really, really great. Man, that leather is insane. And of course, it's real leather, obviously, and it's actually sourced within 5 miles of the factory. This is real Portuguese leather that they're using, which is, I mean, truly incredible. Another pretty obvious change is the actual cut of the blue leather panels, and as you can see on the first sample, it was very, very high, but on the new sample, it's pretty much exactly how I sketched it. Not only do I love the shape of this panel, but I also love the fact that you can see more of this gray nubuck, which is incredibly premium and is probably the most expensive material on the shoe, so we need to show that off. Interesting fact, but nubuck is actually higher quality and more expensive than suede. I didn't realize that, I probably shouldn't admit that, but it's true, and that's why it's the most expensive material on this shoe, and it just feels so buttery to the touch. It's ridiculous. Of course, because we lowered the blue panel, we had to extend the length of the suede panel on the midfoot, and we still have the hand stitch detail right there, which is actually hand stitched. I got to see it happen, it was crazy. Like I said, the proportions on the toe got a lot better. They got a little bit longer, which really helped make it seem a little bit less fat, and it seems much more streamlined than the original sample. I think the overall shape of the shoe in general is so much more relaxed than the original sample. It's got a much more smooth feel to it and a much more natural feel to it. Another change that was made was that they actually added a lot more padding around the ankle and in the tongue, as well as extending the tongue. So this whole ankle area just looks so much better, definitely compared to the original sample. I don't know if you guys could see that, but again, night and day, it's crazy. Also, the pull tab in the heel was extended and the pull tab on the tongue was stitched in, as you guys can see right there, which means it's not gonna flop forward, and it gives the shoe a much more, I don't know, almost like skateboardy vibe, which I love about it. I think it's so cool. Another pretty drastic change was actually lowering the suede detail on the heel. It really makes a huge difference because on the first sample, it was way too high. And then on this new sample, it's just, it's like the sketch. I really can't get over it. Everything about this shoe is like perfect. And it's the shoe that you guys voted on. This is the colorway and the sneaker that you guys decided on. So you guys have some ownership over this shoe as well, which is pretty cool. There are still some things which are not on this sample, which will be on the final pair. For example, my signature will be debossed into the heel of both shoes. You're also gonna have it on the insole as well. Also, for those of you who ordered the first 100 pairs and are getting numbered pairs, the numbering will actually be on the medial side, which I think think is so cool. And thank you all so much for ordering those. That's crazy that a version of my shoe is sold out. Like, that's nuts. I can't believe it. But thank you guys so much for the support. Seriously, this is crazy. But the biggest news is that so many of you guys actually asked for size 12.5s and size 13s that we're now actually going to start taking pre-orders for those sizes. And the reason we didn't actually do that before was because there just weren't any molds made in that size. They were just too big. European feet usually run a little bit smaller, and people in the US just seem to have bigger feet. So because of that, if enough people actually pre-ordered the shoe, I believe we need 50 people pre-ordering size 12.5 and size 13, we should be able to afford to open up a new mold in those sizes. So the big news is, if you're a size 12.5 or size 13, pre-orders are now officially open. And like I said, the one kind of catch is that we have to get 50 pre-orders in size 12.5 or size 13 to actually be able to afford to open up the mold for size 12.5 and 13. So if you do pre-order the shoe and for whatever reason we don't get 50 pre-orders, we will of course refund you. Like, that's not a problem at all. You'll get your money back. But hopefully we will get enough pre-orders, and anyone who's a size 13 or a large size like that will be able to buy this shoe as well, which is so cool to say. So with that being said, if you would like to pre-order a pair of the Seth Fowler We Are Underdogs Origin sneakers, I've left a link to them in the top of the description. As of right now, they're slated to ship mid-May, but with all the craziness going on, it is very possible that they might get delayed a little bit. Hopefully things change. Hopefully things get better, but you know, it's just that way for everyone right now, so I can't give you guys a certain date or anything like that, but hope for mid-May, expect mid-May, and if something changes, we'll let you know. So I've relaced the shoe the way that I would wear it over top of the pull tab, and unfortunately, it's pouring rain outside, so I can't do it on foot outside, and instead, I'm gonna have to do it on top of my unboxing desk, which is gonna look ridiculous, but it's my only option. To be honest though, I really love the way this lacing looks. I might loosen it up a little bit more, but I think it looks great. Once again, I want to give We Are Underdogs and all the factories involved a huge thank you for just making this dream of mine become a reality. That's so crazy to say. And of course, I want to thank you all just so much, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even have this opportunity. So thank you all so much for that. Thank you for actually voting on this design and voting on this sneaker, because it's not only my design, but you guys were involved too. So it's kind of all of ours. So don't forget to pre-order your pair of We Are Underdogs Seth Fowler Origin sneakers in the link in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.